So Rav Shimshon Raphael Hirsch offers the following understanding of these different sounds. Rosh Hashanah was the day that Hashem created Adam HaRishon. It was the sixth day of creation. When we say Rosh Hashanah is the day of creation, we don't mean that that's when Hashem began creating the world. Hashem began creating the world 6 days earlier. But Rosh Hashanah is the creation of man. In fact, that is why we are judged on that day, because that is the human fiscal year. Right? Every year a business has to determine, should we keep on going? Hashem has to decide, should I keep mankind around? Now, when Hashem created Adam, the process of creation was Vayipach bi'apav nishmat chayim. He breathed into us the spirit of life. This is very, very significant. When it comes to every other animal, Hashem simply made those animals. With human beings, He breathed into us. And as the Zohar HaKadosh says, when I breathe into you, like a mouth to mouth, I am giving you part of my life force, part of my essence. That is our soul. Our soul is the breath of God. Kav Yochal, however we understand that. So when we blow the shofar, which is the process of blowing air, we are re-experiencing. We are transported back in time to that primeval moment of creation. We are, as it were, dramatically experiencing the recreation of our neshamot. And the reason why we start off with a tekiah, this is Rav Hirsch, is because the tekiah is strong and unbroken and vibrant. And that represents the recognition that the neshama that Hashem gave us was pure and holy and good and unblemished. We say every day in davening, Elokai neshama shenasata bi, the neshama that you gave me, tahorahi, is pure. That's an important realization, that no matter how lost we may have become, there was something pure that God gave us. But what do we do with that neshama? We kind of break it. It's like, you're given a beautiful crystal glass and you smash it. That's the shvarim. The shvarim is taking the radiance of the soul and breaking it into pieces, in which a person becomes unintegrated. The person loses his sense of priority. But out of that shvarim comes the whimpering and the sobbing and the crying of a Baal Tshuva, seeking to return to God. And what do you get after that process? You get a tekiah again. The tekiah restores you to where you were before the fall. So Rav Hirsch actually sees the very sounds of tekiah, shvarim, tekiah, as the process of birth, disintegration, return, and inner healing. And in fact, as you know, the tekiah that we blow at the end, at least at the very end, is longer than the tekiah that we blew before. That's called the tekiah gedola. Now, some people, I think, exaggerate it, so some people like to blow the tekiah gedola like a minute. It doesn't have to be, it's just a few seconds longer. That would be fine. And it's a remiss to Mashiach. But Rav Hirsch points out, it's a remiss to what Chazal say, that the place where the Baal Tshuva stands is more beloved than even the righteous who never sin. They say when you break a limb, break an arm, sometimes where it heals might actually be thicker or might be stronger sometimes than the part that didn't break, because you've been through this experience. That the hard-earned connection to God that you get by sometimes being distant for a while creates a passion and a connection that might be greater than the person who never wandered away. That doesn't mean we deliberately say, let's sin so I'll do tshuva. That doesn't work. But if Lamaisa, a person had experiences in which they were so far from Hashem, their passion to be connected can make them much stronger in their connection. So that is one Pre-Rosh number one I wanted to share with you. Rabbi Shimshon Raphael Hirsch, that the tikiyah is the pristine condition of my soul. The shever is the damage I do to it by my averot. The tchuah is the process of healing by my desire and yearning to become close to Hashem. And that culminates in a regaining of that beauty through the tikiyah.